Lovely. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Right, no one noticed. So, who's the last person? The last person is Raoul. Here we go. We're going to have Raoul on the bongos. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Are you ready at home to do a solo on your own? Just everyone at home will all stop. Ready after 4. 1, 2, 3. Off you go and go. Yeah, it's really good. Can you play a bit louder? Nice. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well done, everyone. Absolutely fantastic. Great to see you all today. Wow. Now, so yesterday we started learning music that came from this place, this image behind me. Can you remember where it is? It is Cuba. Cuba. And remember where Cuba is as well. Can you remember? So Cuba is in South America. Now, a question for you that we are going to ask you on our YouTube channel. So if you're allowed to do comments, write a comment. Yesterday we taught you 3 different instruments. There's an instrument that Fred taught us. Fred can't be here today. There were those 2 little bits of wood that you played together. And then there was the part that I taught you, which was using these drums here. And then there was the baby brother of the drums I've got, which are the ones that Raoul has got. Can you remember, here's a question, can you remember what are those 3 instruments called? Can you write down in the comments on YouTube what are the instruments called that Fred taught us, and also what are the instruments called that... Oh, yeah, Raoul's got them today as well. And then what are the ones that I taught as well? What's the name of the ones that Raoul taught as well? See if you can put that on the YouTube channel, on the comments, see if you can get it right. We're not too worried about spelling mistakes. We don't worry too much about that, but we just want to make sure you can remember what they're called. So, now, we learnt these different patterns. Now we're actually going to start with Raoul's part, because I think Raoul's part was the hardest yesterday. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to spotlight Raoul so we can see him. So Raoul, can you remind us, how did it go yesterday?
Well, do you remember the thumb? First is very important, the thumb of your weak hand, because you can play them, depends on your weak hand, you can play them the other way around. My weak hand is the left, so I place the smaller drum on the left. But the thumb goes down, and then you go 1, with the thumb down, and then you remember scraping. So one, the scrape, one and two and three and four. Do you remember that? So you go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Very good. Keep going. And 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. I'm going to teach you just a little accent that we're going to have before the 4. So go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Did you get that? I'll do it again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and the thumb goes back again. So it goes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and keep going, keep going. That you're doing good. And 4, yes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Oh, you're fantastic. But you know what? Once you start to get used to it. Look, start to get used to it. You can go a little faster. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Woo! You're good. Okay, we'll keep practicing. Thanks, Mike.
Wow, that is absolutely fantastic, Raoul. Brilliant. I think that takes a bit of practice. And the amazing thing is, Raoul is only 21 and he hasn't been able to practice that for many years. So he's done really, really well. So if you practice just as much as Raoul, then when you reach 21, just like Raoul is, you'll be able to play just as well too. So I've just been looking at our YouTube channel to see what people have been saying. And yes, it looks like we've got some of the correct answers. We've got bongos. Or I think as Raoul pronounced it last time, bongos. Was that right? Bongos, yeah. So bongo sounds quite English, so they pronounce it, but bongos maybe is, and they call that bongos because there's two of them as well. And then yes, my one, someone's correctly said there as well, was the conga. So not Congo, because that's an African country, but conga. So the conga pattern, remember it went 1 slap, 2 conga, 1 slap, 2 conga. Do you remember that one? Shall we try that on our tummies first? Ready? 1 slap, 2 conga. 1 slap, 2 conga. 1 slap, 2 conga. 1 slap, 2. Let's try on the drum. 1 slap, 2 conga. 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 Stop. Great. Now I'm just going to move my camera a little bit lower just so you can see my drums. Here's my drums. Now, because a bit like Raoul is doing, I'm kind of adding in some extra notes as well. So instead of just going 1, clap, 2, conga, I'm putting some little extra notes. Just makes it sound a bit better. It's good fun doing that. You can kind of improvise around a little bit doing one of those. Great. Okay, so then the other part we learnt yesterday was, which someone else I noticed on our YouTube channel has already noticed, the clave part. So Fred taught us that. And remember, we can clap that. So if you don't have wooden sticks to play, you can clap it and it goes play clave like this. Play clave like this. Play clave like this. Play clave like this. Great. And what you need to make sure when you're doing it, you need to make sure you dance as much as Raoul's been doing there. Because have you noticed, Raoul finds it really hard to play a rhythm without dancing a little bit as well. So, you've got to make sure you can move around a little bit. So, here we are. Shall we put everything all together that we practiced yesterday? So, you can choose if you do the bongo part, the part that Raoul did. You can choose to do the conga part, or you can choose to do the clave part. And then we're going to have Tim and Costas joining in with the cowbell and the maraca part as well today. So, shall we give this a go? Here we go. 2, 3, 4. Like this. Like this, play clave, like this, play clave, like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Nice. You know what? I feel as I'm in Havana already. My part, 1 slap, 2 conga, 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 1 slap, 2 conga. Play clave like this. done, everyone. Brilliant. So, now, we asked you at the end of yesterday to bring with you a cheese grater today. Can you show us by giving a little emoji on the YouTube channel? Have you got a cheese grater? Because you might be thinking, why do we want a cheese grater? I'll tell you what, we're going to go back to Raoul. Oh look, Tim's got one. Hey, cool. So if you've got a cheese grater, that'd be great because this is your big moment for a cheese grater. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spotlight Raoul, and Raoul is going to show us the instrument that we're going to be using to try and use cheese graters to try and make it sound like this instrument. Raoul, what's that called?
That's an interesting question because I was going to ask you the same. Would you like to guess? No, it's not a sausage. No. To guess again. Well, there's many shapes of... shall I tell you? What do you think? Guiro. Say it again. Guiro. We'll spell it with a Guiro. Guiro. Say it. Guiro. Very good. Now, the guiro has got the same as the things to scrape like your cheese grater. But we're going to have a stick. Now, careful. You're not going to use a stick on the cheese grater because, oops, in no time your stick would be cheese. No. You want probably a fork or something, a metal. Now, you scrape up. So, because as you scrape up, you bring the guiro down. Can you hear that scraping noise? There you go. That's what you're going to do. That's it. And then we're going to have 1 up and 2 down. Scrape guiro. Scrape guiro. Scrape guiro. Scrape guiro. Scrape guiro. Scrape guiro. Very good. That's one pattern. I mean, I could show you a few others. Because then you have a more understanding of what can do. So this is the normal. Every time if you go get yourself a guiro and you join a band, and this is the rhythm. Can go from cha-cha, 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 or the other rhythms like that, just a little faster. And even a mambo you can go faster. And then there's the cascara, which is also played on the guiro, but it goes. But for now we go guiro, scrape, guiro. I hope you got it. Yeah? Oh, brilliant. Bring the graters out. Come on. Thank you, Michael.
Hey, Raoul, we love that. We do love your dancing very much so. So, if you have a cheese grater, Tim, you've got a cheese grater. I've got one as well. So let's just see with Tim. Can we hear your cheese grater, Tim? Yeah. So, we were experimenting around with our cheese graters earlier, and we found, because you see mine's a different shape from Tim's, using a fork is good. And we found actually if you turn the cheese grater upside down, that's really good as well. And like my one, I think mine might be a more superior cheese grater than Tim's. Because mine has different types of grating. Or maybe yours does too, on different sides. Oh, it does. It does. Oh, sorry. Actually, no. Yours has got 4 sides, mine's only got 3. But anyway, probably find the side that's got the smallest little bits on it, because that's going to give the most amount of friction, which is going to sound good. Get your fork, hold it upside down, because then when you do the up bit, you're going to get the really nice scrapey sound. And then when you do that guiro tapping down, you get that. So remember it goes straight, guiro, straight, guiro, straight, guiro. So let's listen to Tim's. Yeah. So you can have fun with your nice guiro pattern there using your cheese grater as well, which is great. Also, we've got maracas. Now, do you remember yesterday we asked if you could find something that could make a nice shaky sound? You need 2 of them. So let's just spotlight Tim. And Tim, show us the maracas.
Okay, well, these are maracas. I'm sure everybody recognises them. They're everywhere. They're in every school and every music shop you ever go into. So, and our pattern with these is simply to play one shape with each hand alternately. And if you turn them on their side, it means they stop a bit quicker. So you don't end up with just this big long noise. You end up with this. And of course, if you're using homemade maracas, I've got my coffee cup maracas here. So then it's when you're playing on your own, you can experiment with shaking them at slightly different times. So then you get. But for today, it's right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, or left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. There you go. That's the Shakers Maracas. Mike.
Brilliant. Thanks, Tim. That's grand. So we're going to put this all together. So we're going to, now you can choose 5 different things, isn't it? Because you've got the clave part, play clave like this. You've got the conga part, 1, slap, 2, conga. You've got the bongo part, 1 and 2 and 3 and bongo. And, which now, yes, that's good. Costas is going to fill in the bongo part now, which is great. You've got the guiro part and you've got maracas as well. Was that 5 things? Maybe. So pick whichever one of those you want to have a go at doing. And, Tim's going to multitask. Tim is going to do shaking maracas and playing the clave part at the same time. Very, very clever. So, shall we put it all together? Are you ready? We're going to hear this 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 quickly, and then you can decide whichever one of those you want to do first. Here we go. 2, 3, 4. Play clave like this. Play clave like this. Play clave like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Guiro straight, guiro straight, guiro straight, guiro straight, guiro. Nice. One tap, 2 conga, 1 tap, 2 conga. Just imagine you're in Havana right now, in the lovely heat. Ah, feels great. Here comes the end. 1. Wow, well done everyone. Now, we need to practice that ending because the end comes really quickly. And what we hear happen, you hear played on the conga, which I've got, and also on the bongos, which Costas has got. You hear it goes 1, dega dega da. Okay, it goes 1, dega dega da. That's the ending. We hear that, and kind of everything else stops to hear that. So what will probably happen, I will go, here comes the end, 1, dega dega da. Then what's really, really important, we need to hear from all of you, and we're going to demonstrate this. We need to then hear, as loud and as gutsy as you can, a hoo! Can you all go hoo? That's it, great, good. If you've just had lunch, be careful. Okay, so hoo! That's what I have at the end. So, exactly. So it goes 1, dega dega da, hoo! That's what we hear. Okay, so you need to try and get it at the same time together. That's a challenge over the internet to get everything together. So we're going to put that on at the very end as well. So just get ready for that when it comes at the end. So let's put everything all together. Here we are. Let me just make sure I've got the right thing set up here. Are you ready? We're going to hear the very 4 quick clicks in and then we start. Ready? 2, 3, go! Straight, guiro, straight, guiro. Now you can do a bit like what I'm doing. You're going to fill in some notes. Here comes the end. Brilliant. Well done, everyone. Thank you so much for joining with us today. So, like we've always said, we'd love you to come back again tomorrow. We're going to learn some more Cuban stuff tomorrow. And I'll tell you what's really exciting about tomorrow. We're going to be seeing some of these. What are these? This is something that really you get a lot being played in Cuba. And one of the 4 of us is really good at playing one of these, and I'll give you a clue, it's not me. See if you can work out which one of us is really good at playing one of these, and we'll be hearing a bit of that tomorrow, which is really cool. And we'll also be learning the cowbell part, which Costas has been playing. We're going to be learning how to do that tomorrow as well. That'll be really fun. But also, you know, like we've always said as well, you know, we're self-employed musicians. We're doing this for free every day, and you know, we could be doing other things, but you know, we haven't got much on at the moment, so we haven't got much income in. So if you are able to support us, this is a bit like online busking, then our paypal.me address is in the description of this video. It's paypal.me/InspireWorks UK. If you're able to donate to us, we would be incredibly grateful. So also don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel as well, so you get all the other videos that we're putting on daily as well. There's lots of new material we're putting on YouTube at the moment, which would be great for you to join in with. So shall we have a go at playing through our whole piece all the way through? And remember, you can pick whichever part. You could even swap rhythms, swap parts if you want during the middle of the piece as well. So here we go. Ready? 2, 3, 4. Nice. The coffee cups are sounding good, Tim. How's your cheese grater?